I'm gonna get a little bit of white, red, and orange to start, okay? Red. Watch your hand. Try not to put in paint, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to start right in, like this, I want you to actually go on the line. I think it makes a difference. Like I don't want a black outline there. So start on the line there. And then we're going to leave our pressure off down towards the black area, okay? And then we're going to lift off when we come back here. Leave some of those darker little pieces, like shadows, like sticking out right there. Leave, because that'll be like your shadow to your hair. We're gonna build this up quite a bit. This isn't it. Don't chunk on the paint, okay? Little bit of paint, not a lot, okay? We're gonna go right behind this eye. This is your lightest touch. I'm using the back of the brush, not straight up and down. We will get rid of the white that's behind there. We just needed to know where that started and stopped. We'll get rid of that here just in a few minutes. All right, very light touch, not a hard edge as you're coming over to this black area right in through here, okay? I'm pulling around. I'm gonna lift off. I can't wait to see all your cardinals. It's so exciting. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this. We're gonna turn the brush. Turn. Like I said, you can use your rake brush if you want. I'm just gonna use my flat. My flat has a nice edge on this. And then we'll come back and we'll brighten everything in a little bit. All right. So let's stick with our round brush right now, okay? So let's use our red and our orange, tiny bit of white in that pile, all right? More red than orange now, okay? So what we're gonna do is you're gonna make these feathers, but you have to leave a little bit of your darkness in between, okay? We will layer this up also, all right? We're gonna lift off as we're coming down here, making our feathers. We'll put black right in there. We should have done that when we were just going around the face, but we're gonna make these like little sections. So they're gonna start and stop up through here too. So we're gonna have like some curves that start and stop. Bring this down through here. And we're gonna layer them up. He has a bunch of different layers of feathers up here, okay? I'll leave some of that gray showing through. I'll come back in and put black up there. I hit my brown. We don't want brown in there. No brown for the bird. Okay. So I'm just kind of making long, like almost like a U shape, like long horseshoe, like down through here. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just keep U-ing as I go down. Does not mean to go out here. Okay. I'm just going to U. I want to go right on the edge. There's a song that my dad loves that says like you. I forget what it is. I think it's Dwight Yoakam. Just came into my head. All right. Okay, so let's start working in this area, all right? So we have to leave a little bit of a separation in between there and there. We're gonna make, like, we have to, don't just color block this in. The point of putting that darkness behind there too is so we can build it up and we can, you know, make it look like it goes back deeper, you know? So I'm gonna curve this and bring this up here, all right? These don't have to be exactly like mine, but we're gonna make some longer strokes here. This last part right here that we're putting in, I want you to add a little bit of white to it, okay? I'll pull my red. We don't want to make it pink, but I'm gonna flatten out my brush a little bit, and I'm gonna go here and make it a little bit brighter on this edge. All right, we're gonna come back and brighten everything. We'll be working with a lot, and we have to darken some things too, okay? Because anywhere all this white is, we're going to be, and you know, we're going to put some darkness in there. Okay, like where we wanted to see where it started and stopped. Now I want to grab more. I set my alarm to call my grandma this morning. Things I set my alarm for. Gotta call grandma. She's the best. Okay, so I'm lifting off. My grandma is 94. She remembers things better than we do. Still cooks, cleans, drives, does everything. It's really something. And she's funny. Okay, so now I'm going to go mostly red again. I'm going to start here. Don't lose all your darkness. Okay, I'm going right on the edge for this one right here. Not leaving a black outline right there. As we come down, we want to start making like thinner strokes. So we show like that there's feathers down here. All right. Well, that's kind of going through pretty thick. I need to flatten down this brush a little bit more. A little bit of brown on my brush. Not on purpose, don't do that. Okay, and then bring this down here. I have some big classes with this cardinal in class also. Gonna be fun. So a little bit more white. I'm gonna get this like little U shape down here, okay? So I have like another U here, Uing. It's Uing. This will all make more sense to you whenever we put our low lights back in too, okay? So I'm gonna bring this up. We're gonna work on our tail, okay? It's funny, I think everything else takes longer than the bird, you know? So I'm gonna leave a little bit of darkness on the outside there, okay? And I'm just gonna lift off my pressure and make these fine lines down through here. The brush I'm using is not like a teeny tiny brush, so it doesn't take too long. We'll be highlighting all these later, okay? Okay. Before we go any further and we start adding, you know, layers, because we have to add layers to our cardinal, what we're going to do is we're going to get our, let's get our script learner. I'm going to water down black, okay? And let's get rid of all these little white areas that are like throwing our eye off, okay? They're important though to know where things start and stop, but we want to get rid of them. All right. So I'm going to get rid of them here. We have them like in between. These feathers right here. This will make a huge difference with your eye, like moving forward. Okay. So I'm here. And then we will build from here. Make sure this is nice and watered down. I don't want these real harsh in here, but so like make sure it's watered down. It's not like a heavy, heavy black. Okay. Do you want to get some of the dark lines like right back in through here though? A couple of our U's in here. It's like we're sectioning them off. So this this up here is more like in between. It's a little more like a gray, like in between these ones here, okay? So I don't put like a lot of black, I put more gray. Then I'm going back to the black up top. So we have a couple of like little darker ones right there, okay? Let me get a little dark right there. I'm gonna get some gray in this one also, just a little bit. We need this black right in through here. Okay, we want a little bit of darkness here. Maybe that was a little heavy. There we go. A little bit here. I feel like we can put a little bit more of a shadow, like right in through this area a little more. There we go. All right, we're on it. So much better. Okay, so what we're gonna do, so keep your brush nice and dry. Up here on the tuft, I'm starting with more orange right here, okay? It's gonna be more orange right here. We're gonna pull some red through this, okay? I'm showing you where it's brighter, behind the eye, a little bit brighter, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my red, all right? And I'm going to go right up to the top and brighten that with a little bit of red. Leave that black showing right there, okay? All right. This is a layering process. Don't think that like it's done because we still have like highlights to do. Okay, I'm gonna grab a little bit more orange and I'm gonna go on the beak. I'm gonna pull down and then we're gonna go from the bottom and you can pull up if you want to flip it over, okay? We have that, all right? We also have some of that brighter color like down through here, just like that. All right, I'm going to touch the tail right here. Or we can use the bigger brush, I want to. So I'm going to touch some of these pieces. Wipe my brush off, I'm going to get red only. Okay, I'm going to get right in through here. These little U's down here, we'll have to use a round brush for that. Look how he starts coming together. He's coming, okay? So I'm going to have like little sections here. So I have like, almost like a row right here of feathers. We're gonna break that up with a little bit of gray here shortly, so don't worry about that. I think I'm going to use my round brush there also. Let's just get all our other layering in with this brush and then we'll pull our round brush out again, okay? So let's get everything layered that we can with this first, okay? A little bit of orange again. I'm going to go here. A little bit brighter behind the eye. A little bit brighter on the beak. Always lifting off every one of your strokes. Always, 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 okay? And then I'm going to go here again. All right. where you can get any of these longer strokes. We're gonna do that. Okay, to start, I want to close this up a little. I think that that's too black right there. I'm gonna close that up a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna set this brush off to the side, all right? I'm gonna go round brush. Okay, first let's get in the reds. I don't want as much orange up here, and this is actually not really bright, okay? But there are like layers of feathers here, so I'm making some shorter, some longer, and how we make this all look right is when we add the highlights of the gray, okay? We're gonna do that once we get all this little brushwork in, okay? It'll come together. Okay, so then I'm going to have some touches of my red in my U's here. We have some feathers that just, I know I had a U there. I'm gonna make this come straight down a little bit more. Okay, brighten right here a little bit. Catch a couple edges. This stays pretty dark in through here, okay? But then you do have a little bit of color here. We have to